I've never liked flashy accessory before. Never. If you asked me a year ago whether I've wear flashy accessory like the flower hair clips, I would have laughed hard. But then I saw these on my friends, on influencers, on some random girl at the coffee shop who somehow made them look effortlessly cool. And suddenly, not having them felt wrong. It started with one, then another, and suddenly my wallet was crying. Did I love them? Nope. Did I even wear them? Barely. But hey, at least I fit in, right? The more I scroll, the more I saw them, the more I saw them, the more it feel like everyone had them, and the more I feel like maybe I should have them too. Maybe you felt that too. You see something trending, fashion, gadgets, even lifestyle, and suddenly it's not just about wanting it, it's about not wanting to be the only one without it. This is how comparison works. It shapes our desires, influences our choices, and even redefines our success. That's what we are going to talk about today. How comparison controls us, why we keep falling into its trap, and how to break free and define success on our own terms. So first thing first, where does comparison begin? So Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a prominent philosopher, once presented in his work named Discourse on the Origin of Inequality that it started the moment someone first said that this land is mine. Before that, people simply lived. But as soon as one person claimed their ownership, others began to compare. The more land you had, the more power and respect you gained. Success was no longer about survival. It became about having more than others. So are we running the race that we have never intended to join? If no one was watching, would we still desire the same thing? The story doesn't stop at the piece of land. When I first started school, I didn't really care about class rankings until I saw my teacher reward top student like they were a celebrity at the game show. And suddenly, grades was not about learning anymore. It became my entire personality. And when my rank dropped, it felt like I have personally disappointed my ancestor. So the same thing happened with material things. When all of my friends get a new phone, and suddenly my phone, which was perfectly fine yesterday, feels outdated today. So this philosopher Rousseau described this shift with two states of human nature. The first one is a modest soil, is when we learn for the joy of learning to improve and impress ourselves without comparison. But the second one is a more property. This is when self-worth depends on other approval. This is when wealth defines success, a value becomes erased, and grades become a status symbol. But the problem is, the more the society values something, the more we feel compelled to chase it. Not because we really want it, but because we feel being left behind. Are we running a race that we have never intended to join? So take beauty standards as an example. A decade ago, size 0 was a dream. But now, it's exaggerated curves, fueling a surge in plastic surgery and starvation diets. But who knows? Next decade, we might all be striving for Victorian-era corsets again. The goalpost keeps shifting, but we keep chasing. And it's not just about beauty. Many people enter careers they hate because they were told that it's successful. Like parents push their children into law, medicine, or finance, not because they are fit, but because they are prestigious. But by the time they realize they despise their job, they're trapped by debt, expectation, and the fear of starting over. So even the social media make it even worse. We don't just eat breakfast. We played it like a Michelin star chef, find a perfect lighting, take picture and post it with like hashtag daily morning vibes. And hustle culture is also a perfect example. Like we brag about sleep last night. When overworking become a status a symbol, we wear stress or burnout like a badge of honor. And even grief is not safe. People stage a candid crying selfies with caption like hashtag gone but never forgotten, with lots of heartbreaking and crying emojis. Because in the world of comparison, validation outweighs authenticity. Some people win this game. They climb the ladder, beat the competition. But what if, by the time we reach the top, we'll realize that it's the wrong ladder all along? So then another example, like before 1947, the diamond rings were not essential for the proposal until De Beers, a jewelry company, launched a slogan, "A diamond is forever," and became viral. And boom, your love life now depends on a shiny rock. But you know what? Even Nicky Oppenheimer, a former chairman of De Beers, admitted diamonds are intrinsically worthless, except for the deepest psychological need they feel. I never liked hair clips before, those flower hair clips before, until this trend took off and everyone around me had them. I searched for rare sizes, unique colors, and even I trimmed my hair just to wear them better. But a few months later, this trend faded. Prices drop and unsold clips pile up, and I don't want to wear them anymore. But here's the thing, I've never liked those flower hair clips at the first place. I bought them not because I wanted, but because everyone around me had them, and because being part of a trend makes me feel special, and because comparison tricks us into belief that being trendy defines our worth. But the truth is, today is the iPhone 16. Tomorrow is the iPhone 17. This month is quiet luxury, and next month is maybe Y2K. The cycle never stops, and neither does the feeling that we are never enough. If we let, instead of choosing for ourselves, we let social pressure dictate our happiness. So, but we can't just decide to stop comparing because it's wired into us. Comparison is not a flaw, it's a survival instinct. Since ancient time, our ancestors need social acceptance to survive. Being part of a group meant protection. Being the weak meant left behind. In a world full of predators and hostile tribes, being ignored meant life or death. Today is less about survival, but more about identity. We no longer ask what's right for us, but how do I measure up? Our brains learn the rules. To be accepted, we must prove our worth. And we must be skilled, valuable, and desirable. And when we reach them, our brain rewards us with dopamine, a chemical rush of satisfaction. And social approval has become a form of currency. Those who had it thrive, those who didn't struggle. But if comparison is an extent, it never stops. There will always be someone with more beauty, more recognition, more success. And if we let comparison and social expectation dictate our happiness, we'll never truly satisfy, always feeling behind. Comparison is like the hot sauce. A little enhances the flavor, but too much, your mouth is on fire and you will regret all of your life choices. The key is not, the comparison is gives a direction, but should not be the guideline principle. But the question is, will we keep running or will we take back control? So the comparison is not the villain here. If there were no benchmarks, no academic grades, no social standards or career milestone, what will push us to improve? Without something to measure against, ambition fades, effort dwindles, and we drift through life without purpose. So the key is to use this without losing ourselves. So the solution is to start by asking yourself two questions. The first question is, what do you truly want? Instead of, what does the society expect from you? And the second solution is to ask yourself that if this life had to repeat itself endlessly, would you be able to bear it? Okay, I know that this sounds so cliche, like a cheesy self-help poster. I really do, but there's the reason why it works. Because if you can answer these two questions, or if you can embrace your life with every joy, sorrow, every success, or even failure, it means that you are truly own your existence. If your life have to repeat itself endlessly, would you still chase validation or pursue goals that were never truly yours? Would you still live by others' expectation, or would you finally break free and live it for your own? To truly understand what you want, you can't just wait for the answers to come to you. You have to go and find it, read, learn, drive, learn something new, explore unfamiliar places, try new things. Every challenge, every lessons will bring you closer to discovering what truly matters to you. And don't let your life be dictated by comparison or other expectation. Take control, explore, learn, and make mistakes and grow. That's the only way to discover what you genuinely desire. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. So ask yourself, are you living it for you or for the invisible scoreboard that the society made up? Because strength fade, expectation change, but your happiness, that's yours to define. And maybe instead of filling drawers with things that don't feel like us, we started creating life that actually do, not to impress, not to win, but simply to feel belong to ourselves again. Thank you.